Good morning, everybody. It's Miranda Ferreira with Century 21 Miller Elite for some Monday thoughts. So, was having a conversation and overheard a couple conversations last week. So, brought up vacant land. So, buying and selling vacant land can be an interesting task. It can be a simple task, or it can be a very excruciatingly painful task. The key is to know what you need and the questions you should ask when going into purchasing vacant land. Big things to consider is first off, what do you plan to use? What are your plans for that piece of property? That goes into the zoning and land use restrictions, both current and future land development. You don't want to put a residential home in something that's about to be zoned for commercial property. Also, you want to think about the environmental considerations. Are you building a house, or are you building a multifamily dwelling? All these can play a key, and not only that, but where are you building? Does it have wetlands? Is it swampy? Whatever, especially in Florida, we have a bunch of different things. In the city, you have to have a topography. I know I don't say that right, but you know what I mean. Utilities and infrastructure. Like, how are you going to get utilities to the property? Is it a well? Is it a septic? Is it public? But with that, is there an easement? Is there an easement going through there for the power company or the utilities company or the drainage company? Or is there something with if it's in a community, the community drainage or access? A lot of times communities, if you live on the waterfront, you're only allowed a certain number of feet from the water to put your fence because you have to allow for community access. Big things to think about. How do you access the property? If it's a piece of a larger property out in a more rural area, how do you access it? So with that, if it's in a community, are there building restrictions? Are there building timelines required? ARB restrictions? Covenants and restrictions once your house is complete? Is there specific landscaping or things like that? All things to consider when you start to buy vacant land to build. And then going back to the easements, land and boundary surveys. Do you need an elevation certificate? All of those things come into play when looking at purchasing vacant land. And then just the development of it in itself to get it ready for whatever. So, big thing for buyers and sellers, if you can have all of this information kind of ready to answer questions, it may help ease the buyers and or help you in the negotiating process. Buyers, this may be something you ask for up front, or even may want to do a little bit of legwork even before you consider putting in an offer on a property. A lot of this is done either before or during your due diligence, so that can play a role. Financing. Not everybody finances vacant land and or whatever project you want to put on it. So those are the big things to think about when buying vacant land. So hope that helps. I know this is a little bit of a long one for Monday, but as we start to see the busy season start, we're going to start to see more of these things. So just kind of trying to prep everybody to get everything in their ducks in a row. Happy Monday, everybody. Take care. Have a great day.